we're getting to the bottom of this Chris Brown situation. And Kanye West is avoiding jail time. And Dancing with the Stars premiered last night. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Jacket. I like your outfit, lady, in the glittery skirt. Yeah. It's cool. Look how my audience dresses. Hot. Welcome. All right, so did you watch the new season of Dancing with the Stars premiere last night? I was back and forth watching. I thought Erin Andrews, who made her debut as co-host, I wasn't even checking for Erin Andrews. I'll be the first one to tell you, but I'm a woman and I'm allowed to change my mind. Brooke who? I think her last name is Burke Charvet or something. No, Brooke. I hate to say this, but Erin Andrews was really good. Erin, you were quirky. She was, I thought she was quirky and jokey, and she told jokes to Tom, and she was relatable. So you did a really good job, Erin. Sorry for doubting you, but that's what I do. And then Nene made her dancing debut. She came on in the very beginning of the show. So if you weren't there from the very beginning, she was the first one to dance. She danced fabulously. And when she pooched her lips, I knew that she was really having fun with it instead of dancing with the struggle face, which I dance with. Like, don't feel sorry for me, I have a talk show. You know? So Nene did a great job, but you know, here's where sometimes the blogs get it twisted, and I get it. That's why I'm glad I have this show, to be able to clear up when information is out there about me. For instance, a lot of the websites are saying that Wendy Williams slams Nene leaks, telling her she won't win Dancing with the Stars. Well, if you're a regular Wendy watcher, I told them all they won't win this season. But I get it. People enjoy when black girls fight with one another. But I'm not fighting with Nene. And Nene, hopefully you're watching or somebody will tell you, and so we'll get this correct. I always predict who's gonna win Dancing with the Stars. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. All I'm saying is no, Nene's not gonna win, but neither is Billy D. Williams, who, by the way, we'll get to that in a moment. And neither is Winnie from the Wonder Years. I already told you who's going to win. It's gonna be one of the two gold medal ice dancers, but they left that part, they're gonna win. Look at this. This is not even fair. Dancing with the Stars, you are so unfair, it is disgusting. How are you going to have a gold medal dance icer compete? And who knows how to do stuff like that? And the man danced well too. He got the highest score of the night, the other gold medal dancer. Show him dance. Or do we have that? Oh, we showed it already? What was I doing, screaming? Sorry. So, yeah. So, no, they're not gonna win on account of Dancing with the Stars is cheating again by putting trained dancers up there to compete against pole dancers and non-dancers. That's all. And Billy D. Williams, dear sir, I am so sorry, but I can't wait till they send you home. You're not even dancing. You are worst dancer ever on Dancing with It. What are you doing? And if you're gonna tell me, well, I'm 76 years old and I've had 2 hip replacements, well, you knew that before you accepted the invitation. It's wrong. I'm talking myself into lightheadedness. I'm so glad I don't have to stand up now because I would fall right down. Did you see how Billy D. Williams danced? Dancing with the Stars, shame on you for putting him out there. And Mr. Williams, shame on you for accepting it. I like to remember you the way I grew up with you, as the Colt 45 man, as Diana Ross' love interest in Lady Sings the Blues, on Dynasty as the love interest of Dominique Devereaux. I like to remember you hot. Now you're still hot, but you're old and rickety, and you don't belong on Dancing with the Stars. So please, next week, send him home. And from now on, Dancing with the Stars, look, I love old people. You know I love old people. My parents are old people. We'll all be old one day. Heck, Dancing with the Stars, you should not invite people to participate who are 69 and older. That's all. Because there's some people around here, and I'm not gonna mention any of their names or look in their direction, but there are people around here that have Dancing with the Stars parties to celebrate who's going to fall or catch a bad one out there on live TV. Hell, there are people who watch this show to see if I'm gonna do the same. Attention, everybody over at The View in the makeup room. Make sure that Jenny McCarthy is at the TV. Jenny, good morning, and how you doing? Now, I know, Jenny McCarthy, that your show goes on live in 55 minutes here in New York, but there's something I have to say to you. Donnie Wahlberg is not gonna stick around if you keep your friendship going with your ex-boyfriend of 5 years, Jim Carrey. Now, we can debate about this all the time. I'm pretty consistent in my reporting of this when I say you cannot stay friends with your ex unless you have children or unless you have, you know, a massive business, like say both of you all own together 5 McDonald's franchises. Well, I'm not giving that up, and neither are you. So therefore, we have to make this work and stay friends, you know? But Jenny McCarthy does not own 5 McDonald's franchises with Jim Carrey, her ex. They do not have any children together. Jim Carrey was simply a wonderful boyfriend for 5 years, and I get it, Jenny's son became close to Jim. But they haven't been together for years now. And according to Radar Online, that's what I do when we're coming into the city in the morning, because I don't like to look at the traffic because everybody's jerking. Like, I'm one of those impulse drivers, like, no, please, stop driving so fast. Do you want to get there? Yes, but don't drive like that. So I stay online and I stay in the magazines so I don't have to look up. So I'm on Radar Online this morning, and I'm seeing that Jenny's hot new boyfriend, they've been together, by the way, since July, but if she keeps this up, they will not make it until next July, Donnie Wahlberg. That's hot grown, love, you all. She's 41, he's 44. And if you watch the Wahlburger show on A&E, then you know that he brought her into the show. Like she comes on the show. It's the cutest show, and they are the cutest couple, alas. Jenny, you gotta cut off ties with this Jim Carrey. And by the way, Radar Online is reporting that Donnie Wahlberg is pissed that she's still friends. So do you think they'll make it until July if Jenny keeps this up? No. That's all. Continue getting your makeup done, girl. I love you, Jenny. Chris Brown is going to spend some time in jail. Well, you know, he was thrown. Shade. Look, I'm rooting for this young man, but it's kind of hard to root for him. He is his own worst enemy. Now listen, you know, they threw him in the clink on Friday. Now, you know when you get arrested on a Friday, you got to wait until Monday to see the judge. However, the judge, the court system, first of all, is packed. And the judge sees you when the judge gets ready to see you or when he gets around to it. Well, the judge is not going to get around to seeing Chris in his orange jumpsuit until April 26th. Well, I know, all of a sudden it just became real, didn't it? Even my no-good audience didn't clap. No, I mean no good in the best way. But you know, we cheer for the small things like a weekend in jail, but all of us, I think, were pretty stunned that he's going to be doing time until April 26th. The judge doesn't like how he thumbs his nose to getting help in rehab. And the judge is busy judging other people. So the judge will see Chris April 26th. And there's new details as to why he got kicked out of rehab. Because yesterday, everybody and us, we were saying that there seems to have been some sort of inappropriate relationship with 3 women. 1, an employee of the rehab, and 2, you know, the patients of the rehab. Well, there's more to the story. Do you know how, like, on the Bob Newhart show, when they do group sessions in the therapy, some of the older crows in the audience are like, yup. Young girls are like, Miss Wendy, we don't know what you're talking about. Well, so they're in like the Bob Newhart setting. Everybody's sitting there and they're doing a group session. And during the group session, the counselor asked everybody, name something that you're really good at. And here he goes. I'm good at shooting guns, and I'm good with knives. You're like, why did he have to say that? Even if that's what he's good at, like, why do you have to say that? So that's mocking the rehab group right there. That's what they call that, mocking the rehab group. And also, he refused a random drug test. Well, no, not here's the rest of the story. You know, sometimes in rehab, if you're good or if you have, business to attend to or something, they let you out on like 24 hours to handle your handle and then come back in. But upon coming back in, the first thing they do is they hand you a cup and tell you, don't close the door, I'm watching. Now here goes Chris. He just came back from his 24 hours or whatever he was doing, handling his handle. They gave him the cup. They said, go ahead. He said, no, I ain't doing this. And so they said, well, you're violating the conditions. He said, so? Anyway, they eventually got him to take the test, and guess what? He passed. In other words, no, don't clap for that. I mean, clap if you want. Go ahead, sorry. You're clapping for the wrong reason, though. What you're clapping at, I know, is because he's clean, but what you should be looking at, like he's like a jerk for this, is that why didn't you just take the test to begin with, Chris? Why do you make it so hard on your own self? By the way, I hope that you're not in jail worrying about what your album's gonna do. He's got an album in the cooker. It was supposed to come out in May, but on account of all this legalese stuff, everything's been put on hold. But when the album comes out, it's gonna be on fire. Everybody's gonna buy it. You know why? Unfortunately, because jail adds flavor to, it's not right. But it's just, jail seems to add flavor to our male artists. It doesn't, somebody in my Hot Topics meeting said, well, will it add flavor to Teresa over in New Jersey? Remember I was talking to you last week about how she was saying something to the effect of, jail's gonna add some flavor to her. I said, it doesn't work for women, black or white or any color that you are. It didn't work for little Kim, and it's not gonna work for Teresa, but it will. How you doing, girl? Wait, let me see a picture again. Let me see little Kim. Okay. Let me tell you something. I had like this 12-hour photo shoot for a project on Saturday. And as soon as the Sprite Can song came, and you know what I'm talking about, the Sprite Can song by Little Kim, we played at least 5 Little Kim songs in a row. I did my best modeling poses ever. Because, who doesn't pose dope when you got it going on? What? Snap. Yes. Yeah, but Little Kim was the baddest in the game before she went to jail. It didn't work for her. It's not gonna work for Teresa, but it will work for Chris Brown, because in our twisted mind, we seem to, or you seem to really, no, because I don't. Jail is corny, okay? Anyway, good luck, Chris. And don't drop the soap. Use a cute one. All right, so, and then Kanye West, he's been going through his legal problems. Well, everything worked out for the better. There will be no jail time. Kanye was just sentenced yesterday for allegedly beating down a photographer outside of the airport in LA over the summer. Here's a visual reminder of how it all went down, and then we'll talk. But there was a smattering of laughter over there. Because it is kind of funny. First, he fights like a girl. Second of all, I don't even know if that was fighting as so much so as it was grabbing. And while the cameras are going, it's just like a crazy scene, So the photographer in this case asked that Kanye be put in jail for the attack. Kanye maintains that he's innocent, but they still placed him on two years of probation. I don't know if you could do 2 years of probation, but, I mean, you can't do anything. Can you get a speeding ticket when you're on probation? You can? There's criminals in here. No, I don't know the deal with probation, but I do know that 2 years of probation is a long time, but he did attack and he's got to be taught a lesson. Fortunately, he's not being taught the same lesson as Chris Brown. He's also, the judge is making him do 24 sessions of anger management, which is 1 session per month for the 2 years. I think that's fantastic. And in the 2 years, he also has to do 250 hours of community service, which that's a lot. That'll scare him straight. So hopefully after all that, he will be straightened up and flying right. In the meantime, Kim was the very supportive fiance during his legal troubles. No, she wasn't by his side. No, she wasn't tweeting the world that her man's in strife. She tweeted, I need a tan bag. I need a tan bag. Kim, girl. I should have taken a pin, right? I'll take a pin during commercial. My décolleté is showing. Enrique Iglesias, everybody, is opening up. Okay. You are my people. My mouth waters just talking about him. Cute. There he is with his long-suffering girlfriend, Kournikova. I only say long-suffering because to me, whenever a girl wants to get married and the man is resistant, then there's a little bit of suffering going on in her part, even if it's just that she goes in her closet and cries. You've never gone in the closet and cried? You know, like when you don't want your man or your kids to know, you know, what you're crying about and stuff? Anyway, look, he's explaining why they've never gotten married in their 13 years of dating. This is a back in the Disney picture. I just love that picture. Look how cute they are. Then he removed the mole. Okay, so here's what he says. He says, I know, that's a recent one. He's still hot, right? But you pass him in the mall, you wouldn't think it was him because the mole. The moles are good. They identify you to the rest of us. So here's what Enrique says. He says, I'm not against marriage, not at all. But when you've been with someone for such a long time, I don't think it's going to bring us closer together. I don't think it's going to make us any happier. Well, you know what? Oh, go ahead, clap if you'd like to clap on that. Oh, well then you are my people. Because let me tell you something about marriage, Enrique, and this is the same thing that I was telling our friend Maria Menounos, who was here yesterday. I don't care how long you've been together. She's been with her man for 15 years. You know, I don't care how long you've been together. The day after you get married, everything changes. And sometimes it's for the bad, you know, and sometimes it's for the good. But what changes about being married more so than even you, it's the way the world treats you. You know, all of a sudden you're Mr. and Mrs. And there's nothing wrong with living together and loving. There's nothing wrong with never getting married at all. But people in this country, unfortunately, for those of you who want to get married but aren't, still view marriage as the top of the mountain in terms of interpersonal relationships. And it's a different kind of respect you get. It's a different respect when you go to the school. It's a different respect when you go to the restaurant. It's just the world treats you different. So Enrique, I think you're wrong about this, but I'm only one woman. I'll ask these people. Clap if you think he's wrong. Clap if you feel that marriage doesn't make a difference in a long-term relationship. And your claps were delayed. You just want to be seen, okay? We saw you. Wow, I can't believe that that you backed me up with that. I thought that I'd be sitting here in the purple chair by myself saying something stupid again. I like to say stupid before you say stupid. Anyway, let's talk about Paris Hilton. Now look, don't be a Johnny-come-lately. I've been a fan of Paris Hilton since the beginning. Look, in a princess dress and a damn crown. Okay? But if you ever call her a bubble-headed blonde, you would be sorely mistaken, sir. And ma'am. Now, she's got 45 of those Paris Hilton stores around the world. Those stores sell nothing but Paris Hilton stuff. You cannot go in there and get a Liz Claiborne blouse. Okay, it's all about Paris. She's got the, 25 perfumes. She's got the flat irons, the curling irons, the blow dryers, the hair extensions. It's all about Paris, every place but this country. See, we here in America apparently haven't embraced it like that, but all around the world, I'm not lying to you, and I've told you, she is an empress. That would be a woman who runs an empire? Yes, she's an empress. And now it is my pleasure to brag about her latest acquisition. Not because of anything other than that I love smart women. And I love smart women in disguise. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, there's nothing wrong with a smart woman who looks like a tech geek or whatever that, you know, whatever it is that you do. But there is something to me so impressive about a smart woman in a crown and a stupid pink princess dress. She's fooling the whole world, you see? You'd say she's a bubblehead. Now I will brag and tell you about her latest acquisition. She is now the owner of a posh apartment complex in the Philippines with a clubhouse that bears her name, the Paris Beach Club. Now, you would never in a million closed-minded years think that this tall drink of blonde water has so much to her name, would you? And she's done it on her own. I mean, with a great team of people. Do you want to hear some of the things? First of all, in the Philippines, where do you live? I live at the Paris. It's fabulous, you guys. Let me tell you some of the amenities at the Paris. First of all, the hallways are scrumptious. Show a picture of the halls. I know! Look, cascading waterfalls, a man-made beach, a lap pool, and a Zen garden. I know! I'm so exhausted. exhausted. Alas, I must stay up until 10:30 tonight to watch my new project on Oxygen. Okay. For months, I've been working on this project. It's finally come to fruition tonight at 10:30 on Oxygen. It's called Celebrities Undercover. I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis, and then I'm gonna give you a showation, and then we have to move on. Celebrities get to find out what their fans truly think about them in disguise. But the disguises aren't just any disguises. Roll me getting disguised. You'd never recognize me once it's all done. I sent the picture to everybody that I know. They browned me more brown, they doubled my chin, and they doubled my age by twice. Right? And I know what you're saying. Well, Wendy, we would recognize your horse tooth smile anywhere, but no, I'm not smiling. I'm only laughing now because I'm talking at you. But look, and Wendy, what are you gonna do about how you talk? Well, don't you worry that we're handling that. And Wendy, what are you gonna do about your gigantic height and your mammoth breast? Look, we left nothing to chance. And just take a look at when I went undercover here at the Wendy show. What happened? Go ahead.
Now, do you guys think that she's a little bit crazy?
Of course.
She just talks too much. That's what one of my friends told me. I said I was going to the taping today, and they was just like, oh, she talks too much. Like, she talks way too much.
Right, like she's really off the cuff.
Right.
I mean, that might make her a little bit insane, but we like it.
Right, yeah.
So she's like crazy, but we like it. Right. Well, how many of you have bought Wendy's book?
Okay, so tonight's episode is the premiere episode. It's me and Kim Kardashian, and she goes undercover too, looking for a new assistant. We ugly Betty'd her down, honey. You wouldn't recognize her. And then this is the first project out of my Wendy Williams Productions in terms of a series show. So support if you would like. Celebrities Undercover airs Tuesday nights at 10:30, beginning tonight on Oxygen.